work session on Thursday, August 22nd, 2024 at 6 PM. Ms. List, please take a roll call.
Ms. Pinello. Here. Ms. Carney. Here. Mr. Shalal. Here. Ms. Doobie. Here. Ms. Fernandez. Here. Ms. Grant. Here. Mr. Charbonneau.
Here, please rise for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we will move to public participation. We only have Ms. Bento.
Good evening. So I'm a little disappointed because for the last 3 weeks on social media, everybody has been running their mouths about what's going on with the school department. Misleading information coming from anonymous school officials, which I've never seen the media take anonymous stuff, but I guess this is a special case. I kind of have an idea who it might be, but let's just let them remain anonymous. I even actually put myself out there because I've been to these meetings. So I've been trying to tell people that some of the information was misleading, but then I was being targeted by all the people that were misguided by some of the officials here that like to misrepresent what happens in this room. Especially a lot of the teachers get confused with the updates they're given. One thing that I want to say that I'm disappointed about is because as much as everybody on social media, I hope some of them are watching. And I actually wanted to ask you guys, can you make sure that like the council meetings, people can go back and watch these right away? Because that's what I was telling people to do. Just go watch it for yourself. But then when they go on, they can't find the past meetings. So if we can fix that. Many people, some parents were suggesting they're coming here with signs showing their disappointment. And I was welcoming them to come and hear for themselves what's really going on. But they didn't come. That's kind of sad that everybody can be on social media believing lies, spreading lies, making things up. But then when it comes down to just come here and see and hear it for yourself, then nobody shows up. But then they ridicule me for putting facts out there. But anyway, I'm glad that you guys are ignoring the media and not giving statements to them, because all they're doing is twisting the narrative and believing the anonymous officials, whoever that may be. So I'm hoping that you guys clear everything up today, because I'm pretty sure that if they're not in this room like they said they would be, that maybe they're watching, because the only way to find out is to actually show up like I do. But thank you again, guys, for keeping it professional always. And I'm not thanking everybody. I'm just thanking the ones that kept it professional, not the ones that were going on social media anonymously behind fake profiles and spewing lies. So hang in there, keep doing the good work that you're doing. I love the positive stuff that's coming out. I've been plugging some of the good things that's been going on with the kids, because nobody's really caring about spreading anything that's happening with the kids. They're all worried about the adults and themselves and their paychecks and the teachers and the principals. Nobody cares to clap when the children have been doing good all summer. I hope that you guys all start to change that. It's about the kids. You're all saying it's about the kids, but I'm only seeing that come out of some of you. The rest of you are just being negative, wanting to fight with me, wanting to fight with each other, teachers and everything else. I've been saying this, it's nothing new. So I know this meeting is going to be short, so I won't be long, but thank you again. For anybody who's watching or anybody who's here that doesn't know, Saturday is a big day. I'm sure Patricia's going to let you guys know. about the backpack giveaway. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, everybody gets more positive from this point on. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bento. All right, we will move to new business discussion action items. Ms. Lofton on recall of certified educators, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So we have one person on the recall list that we are seeking approval. Person has been recalled to a guidance counselor position.
Motion to approve the certified educator recall by Ms. Doobie, seconded by Ms. Grant and Ms. Spinola. Any discussion? Roll call on the approval, please.
Ms. Spinola? Ms. Carney? Mr. Shalal? Ms. Doobie? Ms. Fernandez? Ms. Grant? Mr. Charbonneau?
Yes. Thank you, Ms. Lofton. Approval of revised 2024-2025 school calendar. Superintendent?
Yes, so when we submitted the last final copy of the school calendar for 24-25 school year, RIDE sent it back and stated that we had to add an additional student day. So I contacted the Teacher Alliance President, Mr. Beaupre. Lynn and I got together to discuss and we revised to add the extra day. If you flip to the second page, it describes the changes that were made as of this draft. So November 5th, the type of day on the last draft was a professional day, RTR, right to read day, and we changed it to a no school for all. So it left -1 educator day. And then March 28th was a regular school day. It is now a professional day, right to read day. And that has taken 1 day away from students. And then on June 20th, no school is makeup day now. It is now a regular school day. So now that adds the extra student day for students and educators for that day. And then June 26th is possible makeup day. So those were the changes.
Motion to approve the revised calendar 2024-2025 school year by Ms. Doobie, seconded by Ms. Spinola. Discussion, Ms. Doobie.
Thank you. And I know we've had these issues in the past where RIDE kind of comes back and says that they want something shifted. Can we make sure that we get this up immediately if it's approved tonight? I know it's only one shift on that end, going to the 20th, but I know parents look at this and want to make sure the community has it to see that one adjustment. Thank you.
Mr. Shalal.
Did we miss something going by the way we did it the first time around? Did we miss something or did RIDE add something to the state and we just had to?
No, I just think it was just a slight overlook on our behalf.
All right, so when RIDE added another day, cool, okay. All right, thank you.
Anything else? Roll call on the approval, please.
Ms. Spinola? Ms. Carney? Mr. Shalal?
Yes.
Ms. Doobie? Ms. Fernandez? Ms. Grant? Mr. Charbonneau?
Yes. All right. Approval of community players agreement. Ms. Rabbit.
Good evening. In your packet, you have a copy of the contract between the community players, a community organization who has long been in residence at Jenks and JMW. The contract is a 3-year contract. The contract amount is $8,700 to be paid each year. It can be paid in installments. It does include custodial for the community players. One big change I think that the committee would be interested in this contract is that the community players are required every evening to make sure that our classroom spaces, stages, auditorium, all of their items are removed so that we during the day can be using that space. It has been approved by legal.
Motion to approve the Community Players Agreement by Mr. Shalell, seconded by Ms. Bonolo. Any discussion? Ms. Bonolo.
What was it last year, Lee?
Excuse me?
How much was it last year, the rent? Do you know?
We have not had a formal agreement since COVID. So we had a contract before that. I'd have to go back and look. I believe it
Okay.
was a little bit less than this. We were not under contract for 2 years. And then now we're going back to a contract.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? Ms. Doobie?
So just to clarify, they'll pay us monthly?
They pay
I
us.
see the monthly 725.
There is a monthly, they generally speaking, they can pay us monthly, they can
Okay.
pay us annually. It's an annual cost to them.
Okay.
Historically, they have paid us in installments.
Okay, wonderful, thank you.
Anything else? Roll call on the approval, please.
Ms. Bonello? Ms. Carney? Mr. Shallow? Ms. Doobie?
Yes.
Ms. Fernandez? Ms. Grant?
Yes.
Mr. Charbonneau?
Yes. All right, discussion items. City school finance update. All is quiet on the city school finance update on my part. Superintendent, I don't know if you have anything or?
No, that we do have a chief financial officer in place. Mr. Dale McGee, who was previously our controller. So now we just started.
Congratulations, Dale.
Congratulations.
All right, that is a bit of an update. Thank you. All right, we'll move along, PSD organizational chart. Who's taking that? Are you superintendent? With Hirsch?
Hirsch, yes. One who's gonna pull it up. And after tonight, we discuss, approve, it will be posted immediately, just like the calendar will be posted on our main webpage. If you go under superintendent, scroll down to the bottom, we have our current org chart, and then we'll be posting the updated org chart. But we broke it down, or Hirsch broke it down for me. Thank you, Hirsch. And as you see, we listed, so we have a chief. Let me go back up to the top. So we have people to Pawtucket, of course, our school committee, myself as the superintendent of schools. And then next we have our assistant superintendent, Lee Rabbit. Her department will be listed in below. So we separated each department so you all can see, because the print is kind of small on the large one. And we also have our chief information and innovation officer, Hirsch Christino, chief financial officer, Dale McGee, chief of operations and facilities, Dr. Mark Andre. So I shifted that from assistant superintendent and made that a chief position. And then chief of human resource and talent officer, Crystal Laughlin, and the chief of schools, Dr. Lana Tate. You can go through if you have any questions, but we added names on this one. The one that I post on the district website will not have names, just a protection of people's first and last names. But other than that, so if you have any questions.
Ms. Grant and Ms. Bonello.
So now that Dr. Andre has relocated to a different position, the special education department, I was trying to hear it. I'd seen it because I'm just wondering, and I want to make sure that I know parents within the schools, there are supports, but I also realize that there are a lot of questions or concerns that parents need to get into touch with someone a little bit higher, or someone who is more experienced in this specific position. Who would people reach out to until those positions are filled?
So that's under the chief of schools, Dr. Tate. So the director position, Mark is not allowed to leave the seat totally yet because we still got to service kids and families.
Okay.
But while we're interviewing for that position, he'll be serving that position still until we fill that position.
Okay,
But that position is under Dr. Tate's office.
okay, all right. Nope, I just wanted to make sure. Will we make that, that information available to the support staff for the families in the schools for kids who have 504s, IEPs? Okay, thank you.
First, I'd like to say thank you for this. And my other question was the special ed, which has been answered. And you are now actively interviewing for a controller. And then finance department will be, what else?
Done. A full
Done.
department.
Done?
Finally.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Positions were created, especially the bottom part, but this is a very well-organized organizational chart. I appreciate how it's formatted in the sense of the people of Pawtucket and then so forth. Any positions were created, I see that you renamed positions.
Mhm.
How many added positions?
Well, I had added the assistant executive director of elementary. Last time we voted for our budget to get approved, I just did not feel it because I just was uncertain about our budget at that moment, so I did not feel it until this year. So that was approved the last budget approval.
Is everyone that's on here paid for out of local funds? Or their title monies and stuff being also,
Yeah, no,
This
they're
is
in
all
different parts
local.
of money, correct.
all local is from here up or all the way down?
Yes, all the way down. They're not all local positions, no,
Oh, they're not, all okay.
no.
But do you know how many are created? How many are brand new from the last organization? I should have done my own homework, but how many did you add from last organizational chart?
We did add the supervisor of literacy, but she's not our local.
Is it 2, 3? You don't have to go down it like that. Was there 3 or 4 positions to create this?
That's a title one, isn't it? Literacy?
Correct.
Oh, really? Okay.
Am I missing
That's
any?
title.
I think that's pretty much it.
Just a larger question of, this meets the budget that we approved as a committee.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I still, just to reiterate, I still have Markham on board, so they won't be departing until the end of the month. So they're still working with us.
And we got how much in additional city contribution this year on the budget? 0, right?
Level funded, correct.
All right, just so we're all on the same page. There, nothing else on the organizational chart? We will continue the executive session. That will not occur tonight. They have asked for a continuance. I don't have to go in. Attorney Conley?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman, his counsel for Mr. Belcho is asked to continue it because having some discussions at the hearing. I advised him that the school committee would determine a date for the next hearing.
Thank you. All right, with that. Motion to adjourn from Ms. Pinolo, seconded by Ms. Grant. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Good night, everybody.